Hello everyone, I'm Commend and welcome to the first video on this new channel. Today we're going to be going through the Masters Shanghai playoff bracket. We're going to be picking the teams. We're going to be seeing who I think is going to win. Now, before we do this, I want to say that none of this is based in like analytics or, I'm not Sliggy, I'm not, Chobra, although I love their Pickems and I think it's great that they do it the way they do. But this is just me going basically who I want to win, what I want to see. And yeah, so let's get into it. Paper X G2. I think anyone picking G2 is kind of delulu in terms of like, the can you really pick G2 to beat Paper X? Paper X looks so great in stage one. They've got Jing back. They just look comfortable. They're going to be comfortable in, even though it's not in like Singapore, the tournament is still in Asia. They won't have had to travel far. Flights are very short from Singapore to China, so the food's probably similar to what they're used to. So yeah, Paper X probably comfortable. They're going to come in looking good. Jing's going to drop like 50 bomb. So we're picking Paper X, not very surprising. Now this next match though is going to be difficult. I feel like, now those of you who watch me for a while or see my Twitter and stuff, you'll know I love EDG. I really love them because they're just like the big underdogs, and China as a region are kind of the underdogs as well. And I would love to see them do well, in their home country, on their home turf, just in front of a crowd who is going to be going crazy, by the way. But on the other side, you have a Team Heretics, who I love as well. You've got Woot, Benji, I love those guys. The vibes are just so good. And they're coming in with the sub and playing still super well. Woot looks insane on Duelist. I don't know what they're going to do after this tournament. If Heretics make like a crazy run, maybe they'll keep him on Duelist. I don't know. But Miniboo is like insane too. We've already seen that. So yeah, I think I don't know who to pick. I'm going to pick with what I want in my heart to happen. I want EDG to start well, and I want this rematch as well. So I'm going to go with that. EDG to beat Heretics. Okay. Now, Foot versus 100 Thieves. Yeah, it's another one that's kind of first seed versus third seed of the region. 100 Thieves have been looking crazy good. Boostio's got the vibes. I can see it. Boostio's just going to call all of them pigs and just move on. Like, it's not that deep. I think 100 Thieves, yeah, Foot, I don't know. They've definitely improved. Like, I wasn't expecting them to beat Lev, but I don't think they're going to beat 100 Thieves. Now, this is the big one. Fnatic Gen G, crazy game, I'm not going to lie. And I love both these teams. Leo is like one of my favorite players of all time. Chronicle on that Gambit roster, which is, top three teams of mine. So I love both of them equally. Gen G though, I mean, they have been not getting scrims, kind of getting bullied in ranked. Maybe that'll mean they play worse, but also I feel like maybe they'll play better. Maybe like they're shutting the crowd up, but the crowd will be on Fnatic's side here. I don't know. I think Gen G, they've already played a few games. They're looking hot. Fnatic will be coming in a bit cold to this one, and they might need a bit of time to warm up. Although I think it will still be very close, of course. Okay, let's do lowers here. Like I said, I really like Heretics, and I love G2. I love G2. The guard boys, they're my OG guys, but Heretics just have a vibe about them that is so infectious, and Woot looks crazy. I don't know what to say. If Benji Fishy starts playing like up to his stage one like peak form as well, this team honestly could go through on a crazy run through the lowers. And this is a pretty simple one. I mean, Fnatic already beat Foot like 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't that close. So I'm gonna go with Fnatic there. Upper bracket. How good would it be if EDG pulled off this upset? I don't think they will, but I think it will be super close. I think it's just Paper X just looks too good right now. They just look too good. Like, Jing is crazy. Even Mindfreak, who I think is like maybe the weak link on that team, is playing up to his form like back in Copenhagen, back in those days, and that is really important for that team to succeed. He's kind of like the glue, as well as David, the Vi. He's gonna do well, and they just look great. The vibes on that team are immaculate. Like, you can't fault them right now. Now, 100 Thieves versus Gen G. I think this will be, if this happens in this way, it will be a giga banger. I think 100 Thieves, they'll just shit talk their way through, and Gen G, they're not afraid of it themselves. They're playing Sentinels, standing up, Lakia doing the bow and arrow for the Hunter's Fury, although I don't think that was against Sentinels, but still, they're not afraid to go at each other, these two teams. I think it'll be insane. The crowd, they won't be on Genji's side though, which is interesting. You'd think 100 Thieves would be the villains here. I honestly don't think the crowd will be very loud at all in this game. Who do I think if 100 Thieves and Genji played against each other? I think, oh, I want to do it, but Boostio will just shut me up. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm saying Genji beat 100 Thieves in the upper semis. Bit of a crazy result, but I would love to see it. And this sets us up for some of the greatest matchups I think we would have ever seen in Valorant. Okay, 100 Thieves, Team Heretics. I love Heretics, but I think 100 Thieves will have a kind of fire going forward if they do lose that match to Genji. And so I'm going to have to pick them to beat Heretics. And EDG Fnatic, what a game. This would be, you know, one of the most disciplined teams in the world. You've got players like Leo, who's like so disciplined, versus like Kang, Smoggy, Chi-Chu, you know, nobody who is like, you know, he's just not, nobody is just not disciplined at all. And Kang is like, you know, although they've definitely gotten better, and Kang back in that duelist role would be crazy. And I'm going to pick them to beat Fnatic here. Home crowd buff, like, I know it's not a huge thing in Valorant as of yet. Like, I guess we had Loud at lock-in, right? And EG last year with champs, but we haven't really seen like a full team just go on a home crowd kind of run. I think this could be the time. This could be it. But for this upper final here, I've gone for the Genji run. Undefeated, they would have gone 4-0 in this tournament so far. I think that would be a banger game. I think it would be a banger game. But I am going to go with Paper X. Just the crowd on their side. You know, Genji, they're not getting any cheers, bro. If you heard them, the crowd in that game versus FPX, I know FPX are a Chinese team, but for other reasons, Genji are not getting cheers. So, you know, we'll see. Now, this game, holy, oh my goodness. This game would be a banger, bro. This game would be a giga banger. One of the best we've probably ever seen. I think 100 Thieves, on paper, win this, right? They're more disciplined. They've got probably better strats. But, bro, if EDG beat Fnatic, if EDG have already beaten Heretics, they've already beaten Fnatic, and the crowd is going crazy, I'm going to have to do it. For the narrative, I'm going to have to do it. And this would secure Asia its first trophy. I think this is the tournament they definitely have the best shot at. You've got Paper X, who look incredible, Genji, who look great, and EDG, who have the complete home crowd buff, and they're looking good too. People underestimating them again. People underestimated FPX, and they almost made it to playoffs. Barely didn't make it twice. Barely lost to Genji, barely lost to Heretics. But anyway, I'm not going to underestimate the Chinese teams again. I think this would be crazy if this did happen, but I would love to see it. And then we got this lower final, best of 5. Genji have a really good map pool. That much I know. I'm no analyst. That much I know. But if EDG are doing this, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it. And this would be crazy. It wouldn't matter who wins. If Paper X win, they win their first trophy. You know, great narrative. If EDG win, they win in front of the home crowd, and it would just be crazy. And I don't know which story I'd prefer. I think we're going to have to do the Paper X curse again, man. And that is going to be my pick'em. Looking at it now, it looks stupid. This is probably not going to happen. But if it did, you know, I would be going crazy. The fans would be going crazy. And viewership would probably, you know, we'd probably reach like 50 million. I'm not going to lie, it would be crazy. Don't underestimate that Chinese viewership. But yeah, if this did happen, games to look out for. 100 Thieves Genji would be really good, I think. Both of these down here, but especially EDG Fnatic. And this game would be wild. This game would be crazy. And this game, if Genji won this game, bro, I worry for their safety as they walk out the venue, put it that way. But yeah, that is going to be my my pick'ems for the Shanghai playoffs. We'll see if it comes true. I don't think it will, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.